But then, and then it collapses in a heap of rope and dead goats.
Okay.
I would then use my movement to pat Din on the head and jump down. Thanks for the ride.
Sweet.
I pick up my broken net and just openly start weeping.
Did well.
You cradle the net in your arms.
I think we know what Din's gonna do.
Please.
Nice. So you bury the mace into the top of the goat's skull. I'd say like the two horns like roll neatly out in either direction and land either side of the head.
So turning one of those into a drinking pond.
Nice.
I'm
So
enjoying it, I'm
so you've
enjoying
got
it.
so as per what we were saying before, I'd say we'll call like this initial prep 1 hour. So you'll have 5 hours to do what you need to do now if you want to be off the mountain. You've got 5 hours to be off the mountain if that's your plan by the end of the night.
Okay. Should we take a look at? Let's. I'm gonna grab a horn. So I like the idea of a drinking horn.
Mhm. I grab the other one then.
Yeah.
Okay, add a horn to your inventory each.
I'll take a moment because it's pretty quick for a hand trip to just rest my hand over your net and use mending.
So I see as he's cradling it in his arms, you just come over and grasp the 2 bits of broken rope in your hand. So is it subtle as previously, is it? So do you...
Yeah, pretty much like there would be like if you were watching my hand, you would see like a green flash inside of the clenched fist, but then not much else, and then I'd take it away, and the net would be whole again.
I don't know how to thank you. I literally have nothing on me that I can give to you.
At this point, can I point out that you're getting all weepy over him fixing your net? I got jack shit for saving your life.
I was like,
No one said anything.
You scared the shit out of me.
I mean, a card would have been nice.
I like to think the nut would have named his nets.
A net.
A net.
Not a net.
Okay,
Left
cool.
you.
So what's the plan then? So if you're going to make the most of this
Next
goat,
Daniel.
you're going to have to do something with it fairly sharpish. What's the plan for getting back down?
How long do I think it will take us to get down the mountain?
Just walking down the mountain, I'd say. So about 2 hours. To just go straight down. If you're just going to leave right now and beeline back down the mountain, you've got 2 hours. Like you gave yourself a lot of time by traveling very quickly.
And with help, it wouldn't take. I mean, would it take longer than an hour to butcher this goat?
It depends how well you do. It's a big goat, so it's got a tough hide, so it depends on how well you were to do on it. If you were going to drag it down to the bottom of the mountain, it would take 4 hours. We just double the time.
Yeah.
If you were to carry it between you, you just move at a slow pace. So it'd be 4 hours down if you were to do that. So you'd have 2 hours to do something and then drag it down.
I reckon might as well butcher it up
Yeah.
while we're
I
here,
agree.
and then anybody that's not helping can rest up and get some. Well, I don't think anybody used anything. You know, so.
I like the idea of taking some bits down with us to use like a trap for anything that goes by us.
I also want a roast goat leg to eat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if I'll just start I'll grab anybody that's willing to help, and then just start like immediately, very roughly butchering the goat so that we can take it down.
Okay.
And maybe have like each of the legs still intact and.
Okay,
stuff
sweet.
like
So you just want to separate it into more cannibal parts, generally.
that. Do like the really tribal thing of just like coating the ends in dirt just so that it doesn't bleed anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
ready for travel.
Okay, sweet. A super easy survival then. I'd say 10 to do it. Anything more than that's how well you're doing it. And you're mostly saving time.
Did I have advantage? I'll help.
With somebody helping you would do, yeah.
Okay. So you're just literally ripping limbs off for me, and then I'm doing them. Okay, well that was 7, so it wasn't a great check.
Okay, so 10, you do it, but it takes a lot longer than anticipated.
Yeah.
I'd say you're able to separate it all out. I'd say you reach a point where it reaches that 2 hour mark, and you're still carving the goats.
Yeah.
So you have a decision to make. You can finish it up. You can spend an hour finishing it up, and then you'll have the tail end of the night, or you'll have some darkness for the last hour on the edge of the mountain, or you can set off now and leave some of the goat here.
What do we have so at the moment? Just like the limbs, basically.
I would say I'd say you managed to detach the horns and the limbs, but the main sort of torso, neck, and head, apart from being stoved in, is still sort of intact and would slow you down if you. It's still the main bulk of it is too big for you to carry unencumbered.
We don't want to leave that behind.
No. Just chop the head off and then you can carry that.
How much would it slow me?
If you're just going to
Oh,
take the head, I'd say like you can just about make it. So you wouldn't be able to do a pretty job at it. It would be literally Din putting a foot on the back of the head, then the head and pulling as hard as he can to get to attach it. So you wouldn't get very much like. You would have a broken skull pretty much.
I think
and the meat on it. You wouldn't really
Did I
much
get my
on
goat
it.
leg?
Yeah, there's a leg.
Yeah.
The legs are all attached.
Okay, good.
I think we might as well, because we still have 2 hours to get down the mountain, so we'll just spend the time like dismantling the rest of it,
Right. Okay.
and then just get down the mountain by dark.
Okay, sweet, that's fine. So yeah, you'd be catching the tail, you'll be moving down as the sun sort of disappears over the horizon.
While we do that, I'd take a look around the surrounding area to see what else there is. Any tracks of either hippogriff or any other animals that are in a nearby area that we might be able to find.
Nice, yeah, rolls 5 up. That's what you find.
Other animals. Jeez.
You made me drop my die.
Oh yeah, obviously. The shock, was it?
Yeah.
I think that's 11.
11. So no, I wouldn't say that you find evidence of anything else like that. You probably look around. I say you walk a little ways around where the sort of plateau is where you are, and around the bend you lean a bit further out, and I'd say in the distance over to the west. So let me quickly put you guys up on here. So you would be don't need that anymore. Around. Oops. Oh.
Well,
Roll initiative.
Oh, critical fail.
begin the dance off.
So yeah, so you guys would be
Battle
around,
music starts.
you guys would be around here at this point.
What the fuck was that? Party versus a dead goat. Texas Revolution. The goat wins by just laying there.
So yeah, I'd say where you guys are, you look round, you sort of head up further to the northwest, and as you peer around to the west, you can see further in this direction, off on the horizon, probably silhouetted against where the sun's beginning to set, and you can see silhouetted some hippogriff fires. But they're too far away for you to even conceivably reach certainly before dark. They're probably about a day's travel in that direction, but it looks like they're more concentrated around this area here.
Nice. Alright, so let's get back down the mountain, back into the water.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, you guys detach the head from the goat, and when you make your way down, can somebody roll a d20 for me?
20.
Oh,
Is that actually a 20?
That's
Yeah.
a big old 20.
15!
Okay, cool.
Oh, listeners, now you get to say something amazing.
Right, one sec.
I wonder if he's got music.
Isn't 20 like the world-changing event?
Might be.
Meteor strike.
The goat comes back to life.
Mega.
Do we get the picture and
One
everything?
sec.
Zombie go.
Giant goat.
Giant goat zombie!
What's that?
Everybody loves the giant goat zombie.
Giant goat zombie. Yeah. Everybody loves giant goat zombie.
Well, we have a song every single time we play.
They're not quite as polished as a Mighty Boosh, but they're alright.
Tiger guy.
Right, one sec.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get like a fucking game show table.
Right, welcome to the World Events table.
D12, okay.
2, you fucked up.
So
This is
Steve, you
terrible
rolled
news.
it, so yeah, so roll 2d6 for me, please.
2d6. Oh, I don't have any d6. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus.
Depending on
That
your.
is a 4.
4.
This rarely goes well.
Right, let's see what we got.
And this
It's
is
like
only
a-
terrible news if you're nearby. Oh wait, sorry.
It's like
no.
Ask the 8 Ball.
I was looking at 5. Damn.
Could be good.
Wait, is 7 really the highest probability?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Most combinations. 1 and 6. 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet. So yeah,
So this really goes well.
okay. Cool, that's fine. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, something bad happens in the distance. You'll have to see what happens when it comes round to you. World Events table, some of it's a lot more subtle than others, and this is one of those. So, yeah.
At least it wasn't 2. I'll say that much.
So, yeah, you guys make it safely to the back of the mountain, or so you believe.
Once I roll
Oh
again.
boy.
That would have been an 8. What was 8?
Depends on the perspective.
That's like you become a wereball.
If I had rolled, I would have gotten 4 and 6 of 10.
Sweet. Okay. So yeah, you guys make it back down the mountain. You all, as you're walking down, you probably all simultaneously. It's maybe it's the cold. But you all simultaneously get like a shudder up your spine, and
Oh no.
you quiver.
Din
We
doesn't
get a
quiver.
comeback and the whole village is just a smoking ruin.
Din does not quiver.
Man, that'd be cool.
It's not on his.
You'd steal yourself.
He doesn't know what quiver means.
You feel one of your limbs tremble and you just go,
A little bit of watery poop slips out.
oh, come on now.
But I write it up, I'm like,
And you're not wearing anything.
No.
So it's just fully visible.
Okay, so you
It's like a breadcrumb trail.
you guys make it back to the foot of the mountain just as night falls. So you clamber down the last little bit in the darkness of the evening, but you make it to the flat. You make it back onto the flat ground, and not much more merciful than the mountain itself. But at least you feel a sense of dread move from the back of your mind. And so what you're going to make camp here. What's it going to look like? You're at the foot of the mountain. You're too far away from the forest to use that, so you're going to be sleeping in the gravel plains as Ernest now.
Yeah, we're probably just going to have to sleep there.
Okay.
So-
So you're going to try and scout somewhere to scout a nook, or are you just going to cut yourself up a
Could
camp?
we? Some of these gravel slates are huge, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some
Couldn't you big boys just like prop them up and make like a temporary house?
Like a lean
Which could
Yeah.
fall on us if
yeah.
it goes badly.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I
That
think
party might buy us.
it wasn't that cold today, so we can probably just.
Oh, that's the point. Actually, somebody roll a d20 for the weather for the.
And I mean,
night.
I've-
Let's
I've
see-
got-
Let's see what conditions are like.
As long as it's not about to start raining.
18.
18 is fine. Yeah, nice clear night. Clouds become the clouds from the day are thick in the sky, so not too much heat's going to escape. You reckon it'll be? You could sleep unassisted tonight if you needed
Okay.
to. You can just sleep on the stone.
Let's not risk our lives with a stone death trap.
All right, all right.
So that's what we could do is put out some, like a, I don't know, I was thinking like, we could put out a trap of meats a little way away from our camp to perhaps draw some away from our camp. But then in equal measure that's drawing some towards near to our camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I think like our meat's all been treated anyway,
Yeah.
so it's not like that shouldn't be.
Well,
full
except
of stuff
these
to it.
goat legs.
No, they've basically been covered in dirt.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like think of how people used to salt stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just that's been done to treat it.
Okay. I guess we haven't cooked them yet either, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just make up some alcohol and give it to everybody and keep us warm. Double strength.
Alcohol do these.
Hold on.
How old are you?
I think he's about 12.
He.
Child.
Charles don't have genders.
It'll be alright, soon he'll be a real man. Once we get back.
So what's the plan for the camp? Just sleep.
Sit around and drink alcohol.
Let's bring on the alcohol.
Okay, cool. So you're just gonna lean up against the side of the mountain and.
I'm a ripe teenager. Let's
Okay,
go.
sweet.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, if everybody's got like a
16.
container and we've got some water,
It's
then I'm just
crushing
going
when
to
you
make
see
up
the
like
right.
some double strength booze for everybody.
Okay, sweet. That's fine. Can everybody roll?
As in the
a-
cherries,
Please,
right?
please stop winking.
Can everybody roll a Constitution check for me?
boy.
How much is everybody drinking? Just
one of
lay
these.
it down ahead of time. Who's going to drink it? Oh, if you're going to drink excessively, then roll a Constitution check.
I'm gonna drink whatever he hands me.
Okay, so he's a dwarf, so yeah, you'll be drinking excessively.
So basically, I'm giving you a strong mead times 2.
Shit.
I'm gonna. This is difficult. I've never drunk before.
Okay, so you can roll a Constitution check then as well, yeah.
Would I need to roll for this, or with
You're a
advantage?
dwarf, you've got advantage, so you're advanced against being poisoned.
What's that? Constitution. That's 10 or
I got 11 total.
15.
15 fine, so it's DC 13. Anybody roll below 13?
I did.
10.
I got 11.
No, I
Steve's
so
in.
did I.
Okay, so yeah, you
We're all
guys
poisoned.
Yeah, you are effectively poisoned. So you've got, is it disadvantage on? I think it's disadvantage on skill checks and potentially attack rolls as well.
I'll look it up again.
So
It's funny because I think like, oh, what stupid thing to do, but like we all do it in real life as well.
yeah.
Just poison the next day. When you're hungover, you definitely got disadvantage.
Strong as shit, man.
And then I want to spend sort of whatever free time I've got. I'm just going to be like, basically doing like an ornate carving in my horn and just making it so that it can be used as a drink.
Okay. Nice. Yes. You hollow out your horn and you begin engraving the outside of it.
What moves gone straight
did
to
you
your
roll?
head?
11.
11. So yeah.
Higher than me.
So how's y'all dealing with being drunk for the first time then?
Just kind of sitting there,
I got head in her hands.
hiccuping. Her face is red, and she's like, clearly lost in thought.
Okay.
Guys are so fun.
I love you guys.
Want to see how I got proficient in eating ass?
That's what I'm imagining the night trend like.
Sweet. So can somebody roll a d20 for me? Let's see how the night goes. Normal watch order, I'm assuming.
I'm usually getting lows. So.
Go on.
Yeah.
So
No, I got 20.
normal watch order, by the way.
10. 10.
10. Can I get so roll a d4? Tell me if the results are odd or even.
They are odd.
Odd. Okay. Cool. Roll 2d8 for me, please.
Taking on challenge here, haven't you?
4 and 4.
8 total.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we're all drunk.
You guys have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. It's worth noting with your lay on hands thing, you can spend 5 points to cure a condition like poison.
Okay. Spend 5 HP.
No, 5 because you've got your lay on hand 5 points. Yeah, so it would be equivalent of 5 HP.
Oh,
Okay.
but I don't actually.
You don't lose.
It's
I
not
didn't
your HP.
I didn't lose them. It's just that's
Yeah.
my one.
You've
usage
got
goal.
basically 5 points that you can spend.
Okay.
Okay.
And it costs 5 to fix it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say with that then, it adds up quite nicely. So run, as the evening progresses, the strong alcohol seems to be mixing with something else that's in your stomach. And you begin to feel very ill.
Firepower, man.
Like, can I get medicine checks from everybody? Disadvantage for the people who are hammered.
I mean, we roll twice. It's the lowest.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. 17.
I got 6.
I got 11. Wait.
17.
17. Okay. So yeah, probably because your physiology is more similar to.
And you know what
Ron's.
happens.
And I've done it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do realise that Runs previously needed water for the. So he now very urgently needs water. Like he's going to need to drink quite a lot of water very soon to flush himself out. Otherwise, he's going to be useless tomorrow. He'll be taking a level of exhaustion if you don't do something to sort him out.
He's drunk so much he's got a little withered hand now.
No, it's just they're like pussies.
So yeah, and it's going to need attention now. So you're going to need to go and find some sort of water for him in the dark, or he's going to spend tomorrow exhausted.
How far away from the tower bar are we?
That sounds dangerous.
You're like.
Where else are we going to get water?
You'd have to walk through the night to get to the Tal Bar. There are the Tal Bar is fed by streams that run down from Nelm's Rise, so you have to try and find some water, but you didn't camp right next to any, so it's going to require some scouting, and it's going to be hard because it's dark. And you're all poisoned.
How much water do we all have around us? Because like I was in our because we said when we left the toll bar it was quite plentiful, so we would have filled up.
If anybody had an empty bottle, they could have put some water in, but you're going to need more than a bottle full of water. You're probably going to need to be taken to a source of water so that you can gorge yourself
Quaff.
and flush your system.
With landscapes like like deserts and things like that, they have things like cactuses where they've got plants where they store a large amount of water. Would there
Yes.
be anything like that around, like roots that we could find or things like that?
Not that would serve the, not that would come up with enough water
Yeah.
for him to do it. Like the plants and all most of the animals, like right down to the birds of the gravel fields, little dry, harsh things. Like they're plentiful in their area, but nobody hunts them because if you kill one, it's like chewing on a hunk of dried bark. Like they're desiccated, nothing to them, and the plants are very much the same. Any moisture would be deep in roots, and then when you do get it, there wouldn't be much. They've all hardened to it. But you potentially use plants to locate where more water is beneath the surface. They'll grow more plentifully in such an area. But mostly it's just going to require some survival and some scouting to maybe find a stream or a pool that you can drink from.
Oh,
So what's the plan? You're just going to leave him to man up and take it, or
What he needs
that's not one.
is another drink.
Yeah, hair of the dog, and I start
Hey,
making.
are we about to have a long rest?
you would be, yeah. This may actually interrupt this. This is going to be at least an hour of, unless it goes incredibly well. This is going to be an hour of exertion for whoever goes to fetch him water.
Well, I was going to say, can I use lay on hands on him?
I think that only recovers, like, it injures wounds. I don't think it does.
Well, no, it does.
No, it
We were
does.
just talking about removes
Was it?
condition, doesn't it?
Removes condition.
You can use it to remove a
That's
condition,
what we were
like
just talking
poison.
about, wasn't it?
Nice. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can lay on hands him.
Do that.
So nice. Yeah, you use your divine paladinic ability.
I just say,
Cure diarrhea.
pussy, as I do it.
Yeah, to kill the because yeah, you place your hand on his lower stomach, and then there's one loud grumble that sort of vibrates the entirety of the front of his torso, and then he's still. And your eyes roll back in your head as with previously. Like a cold, it's like a gentle cold covers the area, and so anybody who stood vaguely near while you're doing it feels a bit of a chill. But then yeah, the grumbling stops.
Read that paragraph there. Yeah, so it's just.
At this
five-
point, I would
it's
just start
equivalent
laughing.
of 5 hit points worth. You can use
Oh,
that
shit.
instead.
Right. Okay.
So it's cure either poison or disease.
Good shit doesn't do anything. It's just good shit. Why would you eat it?
Do I get more than 5 hit points if I like level up? Does it?
Yeah,
is it
so
a pool of
it
hit points?
goes up by 5 each level.
Okay.
So you basically have 5 points times your level.
Cool.
So next level you'll get 10 points.
You better run, little child. And also,
Well, you know
He knew!
He doesn't know that I knew.
I
No, I just said you.
Yeah.
You little shit.
I say thank you, Din, and fuck you.
The other thing that is worth pointing out, because he cured poison using his lay on his hand, like the second you lay your hands on Run and cure him, you're instantly sober, like 100%. Like you're awake, you're alert.
And I'm not. I'm
Oh, I'm pissed.
So Nuck would like to have a very quick character scene and just sort of like take Din like aside from everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
you
Din.
can 100% do that. Yeah, do it.
okay.
Like, I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I screamed at you. You look a little bit scary. And I appreciate that you saved me back there.
So I made this for you, and I take out the horn that I've like carved, and I filled it up with like another thing of alcohol, and I just hand that over to you.
Nice.
Din's very touched by this, but doesn't really know how to express it.
While he's very drunk.
Yeah. Thank you. Don't mention it.
It's okay.
Nice. So, yeah, I'll just say inspiration for the two people in the scene then. Yeah, whack them on. Nice, like it.
So pissed. we're all getting along lovely. Give each other gifts.
Well, you gave me a gift, alright?
Is there anything particular? One question I would like to have: is there anything particular carved into the engravings that you put on?
I think it's probably not great. It's like equivalent of like sailors carving up pieces of like driftwood. they
Right,
find
so you've
and
like
stuff that.
spiralized it or something like that.
Yeah, and there's probably like almost like a stick figure equivalent of a dragonborn stood there like that.
Hero pose.
Is it meant to look like me?
Yeah.
Good likeness.
And then at your feet
Like
there's
mirror.
like a dwarf let down. And then like rays coming off of it.
Nice, cool. Yeah, so yeah, add your hero's drinking horn into your
Where would that go?
Very
Just
intense.
in your items.
items. Yeah.
Right, so let's do some watches, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, nice. So that you. So,
I'm watching you.
so yeah, you've already made your check for the night. So unless anything else happens, you guys sleep through. You take your watches. Some of you more alert during your
So-
watches than others.
I have to ask, whilst I'm doing my watch, does anyone get up for a piss?
Uh,
I want to hear from the DM as opposed to you characters.
Roll
Yeah,
Constitution.
roll Constitution. Yeah, roll Constitution.
Because yeah, you guys are going to be being sick, being ill and.
That is a 10.
Oh, that's a 5.
14.
Plus 2, I got 7.
Okay, so no, the dragon holds his true.
I don't imagine
Nut-
a small gnome.
Yeah,
Who's never
for the
drunk
first
before.
time.
Yeah.
Nuck would get up once, and then Yarla's up and down all night.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much lay down. I have to pee.
So while you're out having a piss,
Oh no.
you come back to your sleeping bag.
We don't have sleeping bags.
Or wherever you'd be lying on. However you're
We're just
sleeping.
sleeping on slate. Rock. Come back to your
Find a
designated
shit
rock.
where you were sitting. That's the important part of the story, right?
And yeah, it's like when I have the whole rest of the film. I'll move over slightly.
Yeah. I just I take the slide on the chin, just like.
Yeah, probably.
You don't even move, you just pick up the slate and toss it.
I'm sure the sentiment is very well communicated.
I'd look at him and be like, found a midnight snack for you, and then go to sleep somewhere else.
I see you made supper.
I'm very. I had to really concentrate when I do that to not use magic missile.
Sweet. Okay. So yeah, rest of the night passes. Morning rises, and you all did all right in you wouldn't be poisoned anymore. So
Just
you,
hungover.
Yeah, you're hungover, not feeling good.
My
Actually,
pigtails are drooping.
What? Roll apart from maybe you failed the worst on your poison check, didn't you? Roll a.
Oh, I felt the worst.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got 10.
Okay, can both of you roll a Constitution check for me?
See if
I'm
we
gonna
throw
see how
up.
well you slept, and know how well you
Okay.
slept to see whether you're going to be exhausted.
That's 13.
11. So yeah, those are both fine. So yeah, below 10, and you would have taken exhaustion. So that's fine. 'Cause, yeah, I'm not going to repeatedly get you to check for it
Yeah,
loads of
yeah.
times and then just punish you when you fail. So relatively low.
I will assume I throw up though upon
Yeah.
awakening.
It's a harsh morning. Like the birds chirp first thing, and it sounds like construction work being done nearby for you. So what's the plan? Back up into the mountain? You've got a whole day.
Search for a fry-up for a hungover.
So you've got a whole day to explore the mountain now if you want to.
Well, we need to go find that hippogriff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Run, you did see some hippogriff nests. They looked like they were roughly a day away to the west. So you could make it to them, and it would probably, depending on how well you do, you judge that it would probably, you'd either make it there like late afternoon, like sort of dinner time, if you were to make good time, or it'll be dark by the time you get there if you don't.
On the mountain.
It'd be on the mountain, but it's to the west, so you would have the option of dropping down into the Niln Wood at any point. You can follow the edge of the mountain round. It's where they were around here, so you can follow the edge of the mountain round and dip down into the Niln Wood if you want. Depends on how high up the mountain you go as well. Obviously, the higher you climb, the longer it'll take you to come back down.
I guess that's the way we can go, guys, yeah?
Yep.
And we can drop back into them would if need be.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So somebody roll a d20 for me, please.
17?
Nice.
So does that run?
Is that good or bad? I wasn't sure what I'm rolling for.
Roll 2d4 and let me know whether the results
When
are
doing
odd or
encounter
even.
checks, you want to be as low as possible.
But do you say odd or even?
Yeah,
1.
So odd.
Both odd.
both odd. Okay, cool. Roll 2d8 for me and give me the sum of them.
6.
6. Okay, yeah, nice. And again, same thing.
1 and 6.
6. Again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me have a think.
Uh-oh.
That was 6 in total, by the way, not
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
and 6.
So yeah, it's 6 twice. That's interesting. Okay. Let me think.
Showing off your proficiency.
Tell you what, roll a for this one. Roll me 2d6 as well.
3 and 5.
8.
8. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I've got it. Sweet. So we'll wait for Dave to get back,
Cool.
and I'll let you know what you find.
That's rolling.
How are we doing on time? Oh, we've got about 20 minutes left.
You got time for this encounter?
It might be best to stop right before it.
Yeah, we'll just. I think
We'll find out what it is.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
use
fair
this as a way of finding out what it is.
Whew.
What's going on?
Sweet.
I rolled a shitload of dice.
When you say a shitload, how many do you think?
A lot.
Two
Like,
lots
are we
of
talking
two,
giant-
two lots of two d4s,
Like, are we
two
talking
d6.
giant goat sort of shit?
idea.
46.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know.
Was it?
So you guys head around to the west. So you make through most of the day fairly unimpeded. Can somebody roll d20 for me? Let's see what the weather's like today.
17.
17. So yeah, same conditions as before. So fairly good conditions. It's a clear day. Very clear, actually. I'd say. Like as you guys are heading up the Nil's Rise, like a fairly spectacular view begins to open up behind you and to the north. Like you can see over the Nil Wood. So the tips of the pine trees that sit as like a grass skirt around the mountain. You can look back towards the gravel fields, and you can probably even see like the northern city of Southfell from here over the top of the mountains poking up. And can I get perception checks from
I
everybody?
can't see Appa, can I?
I would say you would probably. From here, you could see where Appa is. Appa's nestled in against the side of the woods.
So I'd be well aware that I'm looking towards Appa.
Yeah, you would know 100% like Appa's there. Like you can see where the wood curves back in, and there's some, you can probably even make out the road that leads to Appa from where you are.
Okay.
So perception checks from really, what do we got?
Crit.
Crit.
8. 6.
Oh, sorry. 11.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, as you guys are heading around the mountain, I think you guys stop for a short while to take in this view as you sort of crest around the corner. You sort of reach like a flat plateau that stretches off towards the west, almost like a path that begins to wind round the mountain. You stop to survey the area, and Din, as you look round, you're sort of sweeping across the view from right to left. As you reach the westernmost point, you can sort of see the side of the mountain there. You notice it only briefly for a second, but you see two figures stood a ways away, both shrouded in black cloaks. But you can see that they're quite definitely staring in your direction. With a 20, you can probably see one of their mouths hanging open, and then they dart around the corner away from where you were.
So were they human?
They were both human.
Okay.
Yeah. But they were very pointedly staring at the two dragons. They took a long second to gawp, and then they were gone.
Alright. Okay.
Hunting time.
What did you tell us?
Yeah, I'll tell them what I saw. Two figures. Checking us out.
You've got good taste. Master spy.
You say black cloak?
Yes, they're shrouded in black cloaks. It's worth noting they didn't look like the cultists you saw before. Like
Yeah, okay.
they look. These guys look different.
What are they thinking in this weather? It's boiling. They must be so sweaty.
But they saw the dragons and then immediately ran.
Intrigued?
Intrigued. How far away were they?
A good ways away. They're probably like 100, 200 feet.
Let's go investigate.
Should do. I see no reason why not. They might have booze. Good stuff.
We'll investigate, but with the thought that we're going to be friendly.
Because we've been quite friendly to most people so far.
Okay, sweet. So you're gonna like give chase after them, or are you just gonna head over in that direction?
Head over, try and look non-threatening.
Okay. 'Cause yeah,
So it's two
they
golden
bolted, so
dragons.
they've disappeared around the corner. So they bolted it. But yeah, you can head over that way.
Maybe send these two ahead first. Not like way ahead, but lead the way.
Just do.
Okay. So yeah, you get over to where they were stood, and can I get like you can't see them anywhere. Like they've run away from where they were then. Does anyone want to make a perception or survival check? If everybody rolls perception or survival, whichever's better for you.
I think perception's actually better for me.
13.
I'll fail mine because I'm not paying attention. I'm looking towards Alpha.
Well,
Yeah, that's fine.
I got like
Also-
6.
Can I? When we were back at the view, did we see Tai Cheng?
It was round the corner, so probably not. Or you could probably see. You could probably actually see. Chief Ogle's probably is the only structure you could see, because hers is made out of like a wyvern cupping its wings around. So you could probably see the head of the wyvern poking over the top. It's at the highest point in the camp, as well as being the tallest building. So you could probably just about make out Ogle's tent from there. So
Yeah,
what were the checks for everybody? First survival or perception,
13.
17.
and then
6.
6.
I'm being unusually perceptive today.
Okay. So 17. Yeah, I'd say when you find it's not enough to sort of. Were you rolling survival or perception?
They're the same, so perception.
Perception. Okay. Cool. You make your way over there. You can't see any evidence of the two cloaked figures, but you do find a scrap of fabric. Which has been torn off on a rock, which looks like it wears where they're standing. It seems like when one of them's turned around and bolted away, he's got his cloak caught and a section of it's ripped away. You pick it up in your hand and it's incredibly soft silk.
Right.
And there's some gentle golden coloured embroidery in it.
Okay.
There's a tag that says please return to.
Yeah.
Would that?
Show it to these guys, see if they recognise it.
I'm trying to remember what
Can I see if I recognise it?
the monks.
Yeah,
were like.
you guys can roll checks, whatever
I
you
don't think they were like that. What are the monks'
No.
robes like?
green.
Yeah, I thought so.
That. That's a no. That's a 7.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 out of like
Should I bother rolling too?
You can do, yeah, if you want to see if you recognise it.
dragon cult.
4. I do not.
Sweet. No, so yeah, it's nothing that any of you guys recognise. Like, you haven't got a big enough section to make out what the embroidery is of. There's just like some spiky gold and some embroidery of some sort of description. I think that's probably where we wrap it up. I think you guys all stand around looking at this piece of fabric, and the camera begins to pull out and pull away. The camera sort of pans. We get like a helicopter shot as it rotates around the edge of the mountain. It pulls in a little bit further, and then we sort of follow these two figures. One of them, you can see a section ripped out of the back of his cloak, as they dart into a cave. We follow them in, and on the sort of rear shoulder as they're walking in, we see on the back of the shoulder of one of the cultists, the rest of the golden embroidery, and it's a large golden dragon.
Dragon cultists.
I think.
Neo-Nazis.
And the screen fades to black, and the credits music roll.
The dragons did nothing wrong.
Sweet. Now we'll wrap it up there.
Nice.
Great.
Cool.
The Alpha Coast was right.
Good fun, boys.
Good Fodgy nets were good.
Nets with the MVP today.
Yeah, totally. The nets were.
There.
Does anyone want the last
Nets,
cheese thing?
Possibly could have done it. How much attack damage could the?
Hold on, experience. Go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to switch off the recorder, and then I remembered you got something to ask. So what did we kill? We killed a crocodile,
Giant.
Giant
a
goat.
giant goat,
A deer. Oh no, a regular goat.
a regular goat. Yeah, and I think that was it,
Regular
wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So let's quickly have a look.
Cool. Diver. Cool. I have to get my own.
Yeah, the giant goat.
Then you know you've become a nerd.
Yeah, well,
You already are. Yeah.
I'm not even trying to fight it anymore.
So the giant goat was worth 100. The regular sized goat, probably considerably less, 10. Yeah, you are correct. It's only worth 10. 10. And then the crocodile. Was worth 100. Oops. So 2.
Can I lawyer that I'm the only one that did anything against the crocodile?
Unfortunately, not. No, Nuck played his part in that. He was the bait.
And I saved Nut.
So it's 52. It's 52.5 each. I'll round up to 55. So 55 experience each.
I just want to catch up. I'm 75 points behind.
What are you guys on now?
230.
I'm 155.
What's level 2?
300.
Oh.
Bonus experience for roleplay?
No, I've already showered you guys in inspiration this game. So
How much inspiration do we need for experience?
it's 10. You can spend 10. You can spend 10 inspiration points to either decide what. I think did I write? Was it on that sheet when you were reading through it
I
earlier?
don't think it was on there.
Okay, so 10 inspiration points you can either use to basically what I describe as you tell me what happens, which is where you just decide what happens over the course of the next minute or so. And then the other thing you can do is you can spend 10 inspiration points for half of the experience required to get to your next level.
Okay.
So obviously the higher level you are, the more experience that's worth.
Wait, you mean from, like, for instance, that level's experience, not from where you are to get to it?
So if you're
Not from where you are, it'd be from the starting point of that level. So the difference between
So for instance, if I did it now, I would get 150 experience.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
not half of 70.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you get half of the difference between two. That doesn't matter where you are in between those two levels. Sweet. And that'll be it.
Cool. Good fun. That was a good session.
3.5 hours.